Good evening, all. I planned on being outside. I just came in from doing chores because my hubby's gone and the wind came up. So I had to run in here because the microphone and the wind wouldn't go very well together. But there's like big snowflakes. I don't know if you can even see them. They're starting to come through. Anyway, there was actually quite a bit more before. So anyways, so I just moved it into the sunroom here so we could chat, and I was on time. I don't like being late. So, but I did have time to grab I made a tip. I made peppermint tea and chilled it, and I made a raspberry leaf tea and chilled it. My husband loves like the non-sweet iced tea, and they're really good. So, and then I just add a little bit more water. So I'm getting my hydrating. I love my peppermints lately. Don't know why. Probably a little bit lymphatic cleanse. Very supportive of that. Anyways, what I wanted to share with you this Monday is a little bit different than the norm. It's not a product. It's not anything like that. It kind of stems and attaches to a little bit of the Ningxia Red transformation that I had done, the 2 sessions that I had done. And what it was surrounding was self-image, and it was, the other part of it was self-image and confidence, but also surrounding weight releasing. But one of the most important parts of our health is actually our self-image. And so when I do my best to serve here in this group, what it is not just product, it's not just healthy eating, it's not all of that. But what I don't share enough of, that I want to make sure that everybody has something to leave with every day, is the confidence part, the self-empowerment part, the part that helps you shift yourself out of a really not good mindset. And let's face it, right now, no matter where you look, it's a little bit of a kind of a downer atmosphere. And one of the most important things that you can do is, first of all, realize that you can control so much more than you feel like you can. And that you are actually truly one of the most, as Bob Proctor would say, one of the most highest forms of creation. Meaning you have so many more strengths than you can even imagine. You just haven't tapped into that. That's all. You just haven't even tapped into it, probably because you just haven't had the quiet time or even the opportunity or, the awareness of the things that are out there to make you actually feel really good about yourself and really in control of everything that you're doing. So one of the things that I've learned to do is actually take inventory. So here's a few of the things that I do, a few of the things that I've learned to do, a few of the things that some of my coaches and mentors have really pushed me to do that made really big shifts. And the reason I'm sharing this is because right now there's a lot of questions about what I can do for my health, how can I support myself, and a lot of people that want to kind of leave the fear behind. Not kind of, but want to. And one of the biggest things is focus. Focus of leaving behind the mentality that you're not sure what to do, you're not sure how to take care of this or that, or how to support yourself. You actually can do all of that and more. The biggest thing is to shift your perspective or shift your perception of your ability or your situation. So one of the things that I tell people do, so in this environment, people are like, well, what do I do? First of all, trust that you're going to know what to do. I know that sounds cheesy, but think of anyone that's a mom in this group is going to know they've got that mother's intuition, like that thing, like I think they need this. But quite often you have that for yourself, but quite often we ignore that. Okay. So taking inventory and actually revisiting, spending time with your intuition, actually spending time with paying attention to that gut feeling. So it's not necessarily, well, I have to be all like, card reading. I don't even know I'm losing the words for it, but it doesn't mean any of that. What it means is that gut feeling is actually your mind body connection. So your vagus nerve is actually connected to your brain and runs right up and down. So realizing that if you pay attention, so if there's things that you feel your body is lacking, you need to take inventory of that. If there's too many foods you know you're eating that are not serving you and are really like low vibration foods, then you shouldn't even go there. Okay, so processed foods, sugar, dairy, anything, any junk food, anything that can stay on the shelf for infinite time unless it's freeze dried is probably not stuff that's going to serve you. You probably know that. Just make higher choices for yourself. But sometimes people go through that phase of not feeling worthy, not feeling confident. So they lose that intuitive factor. They lose that gut feeling of doing what's right for them because they really kind of lose that motivation or drive to make them feel worthy of taking the action to serve themselves well or put themselves first. As a parent or anybody that, is working full-time from home, like demanding corporate career or anything, like you might have so much on your plate. It doesn't matter what you do, parent or not, but you've got so much on the go and you're feeling like you have kind of lost control of what you've got, the tools in your toolbox. So eating right foods, but taking your time and realizing that you're worthy to take care of yourself is one of the first things you have to do. When people are not in that place yet, one thing that I've worked with people is get out a piece of paper and a pen. Now, I'm not going to tell you to journal because I know not everybody is ready for that. If you are, great, go for it. What I was tasked with one of my coaches and mentors is journaling. Writing causes thinking. If you write something really good about yourself, you're going to think really good things about yourself. And eventually it's just going to get you to a place of, yeah, I really do feel that way. And if it's something, and the most important is what you're going to write is something that you actually want to feel like, even though you don't right now. So what I tell people to do is write down 10 positive things about themselves. Just 10. And I know sometimes people are like, well, I don't know. No one's going to see your paper. No one's going to see any of that. But if you're like, you know what? I love my hair. I love how my body looks. I love my skin. I love my personality. I love how I do this. I love my job. I love this. Whatever. Whatever those things are, write 10 of them. And actually sit back and look at them after and be like, wow, that's pretty awesome. I am really those things. And sometimes people have a hard time writing 10 things down. And then when you think about those things, you're then going to shift yourself to a better place and a positive outlook about yourself. So I know it sounds very simple, but the more time you spend in a positive place, the more time you're going to actually, the more times you'll be able to shift yourself out. I've got so many thoughts running through my head. I'm trying not to overdo it and overshare, but writing causes thinking. So think positive things. Okay. And when we think about things that are negative or we're around negative people, we end up in that same kind of playing field. So you also have to watch who you're around. Listening to some of your most favorite music. And I know that for some people is one of the things that totally changes their vibration and changes how they feel almost instantly. I know for myself, like music has its own vibration to it. Positive music, any kind of high vibration or peaceful sounds, have music going. So spending some time doing positive things and writing positive things for yourself, non-processed foods, high choices there. Like I can't say that enough, but I'm not going to go down that road today because I know that's a whole different conversation, right? But spending some time with a pen and paper about yourself, and then pick one of your most favorite qualities or pick one thing that you want to feel empowered about. So right now, if you're feeling rather uncomfortable about the environment and you're feeling uncomfortable about your body's ability to stay well, write a statement like, you have to write something that is very, very much you and very much something that you want to feel if you haven't, if you don't feel that way right now. So something like, I am happy, healthy, and peaceful right now and every day. And it is done. So I'm happy, healthy, and peaceful today and every day. It is done. So write that statement on a sticky note. Put that sticky note in your bathroom. First thing in the morning, you're going to read it and you're going to see yourself that way. I know it sounds cheesy for some people, but if you're going to be thinking about yourself in that way, when you're reading that, see yourself that way. And if you put on music in the morning and you're listening to that in the morning as you're getting ready for work or whatever it is, just getting ready for the day, washing your face, put on your favorite music. Put on one of your most favorite songs and freaking rock out to it while you read that statement. If you don't have to be quiet in the morning and you can rock it out while reading that statement, do it. And then message me and tell me how you feel after that. I don't care what time it is. And then before you go to bed at night, obviously you don't want to be rocking out to it, but every time you go in the mirror or to the bathroom, if you're at home, read it to yourself in that same format. But then when you go to bed, read it in that peaceful state and confident state. And do that every day, as many times as a day you can. Or take a picture of it with your phone and flip it open, or make it your screensaver for a while on your phone. If this is something, like I said, this is for something or for someone to use as a tool if they're feeling very out of place in this environment right now. Don't watch the news. Don't read headlines. Consume yourself with your favorite influencers. Consume yourself with your friends' really fun posts that you really like. Snooze certain things on your Facebook or Instagram feed for like 30 days. Any of those things that you can do to limit the exposure to things that bring you down. And I know that it can be a challenge at first. So I have to watch my words. It can be very different at first because it is what we call kind of a paradigm, kind of a habit of wanting to stay informed. But I think you will consume the right amount of content, the right amount of information when you need it. And it'll be there. If you need to figure something out for yourself, it will be there. But you don't have to inundate your mind, body, and soul with the kind of stuff that is just not the kind of vibration you need to be in. Now, this is probably not stuff people are used to hearing from me, and I hope this serves you in some way. But those are a few things that if you do them, and just take a chance, right? Take a chance on something that I'm saying that it will be worth it. That you will feel a change in how you feel about yourself. You will feel a change in how much power you actually have for yourself. And that you're going to start to feel a difference. Be confident in the actual information that you have at your fingertips and the tools that you have. There are so many tools within this. I mean, in this group, you can go search whatever you possibly need or message somebody, and you will find the kind of information that serves you to the highest degree possible. Because when empowered by other people, you've got so many of us that you could message or ask questions to. Surround yourself with the right people. You're going to feel so good. You've got amazing products at your fingertips. You've got great resources. Flick on the music. Write down 10 positive things about yourself. Write the statement, I am so happy, healthy, and peaceful today and every day. It is done. Write that down on a sticky note. Put it on your mirror in your bathroom. Read it in the morning, absolutely jacked up to your favorite music if you can, if you don't have to be quiet. If you don't have to be quiet, say it out loud. Read it and believe it. Read it and believe it. Don't just read it and dismiss it, say, well, I hope this works, because that ain't going to cut it. That's just going to send you down the rabbit hole of negativity and doubt and worry. Negativity, doubt, worry, anxiety, suppression, depression, dis-ease. That's how it works. It just takes you down that spiral into this deep rabbit hole of just living a crappy lifestyle, living in a shitty state. Sorry for the language, but that really sums it up. Whereas on the other side is you're getting some new knowledge, some new understanding, and you're creating new little habits for yourself. They're going to make you feel really good. I promise you. And I'm telling you this because I've been down that rabbit hole and it's not fun. And I've been in that place where I've had to rebuild a lot of the things that I think about myself, that I've felt about myself. And the only time that you're going to realign your health, it doesn't matter, your health, your business, your self-confidence, your results, your wealth state, it doesn't matter. None of that will change until you start putting yourself in a peaceful, happy state by getting into the habit of doing it. Because I know it gets easy. It's easier to be negative and to see the downside of it, because it just is, been there, than to reprogram our thoughts into the potential of a positive. And that if you are coming from a state of not being super well right now, don't say, I am sick. Don't say that. I am getting better every single day. I am getting stronger every day. I am getting healthier every day. I am so strong that I wow myself every day. So those are some of the things. And I know it can be a challenge at first. So I need to watch my words. I know it can be very different to change those thoughts. But once you start making that a new habit, watch how you feel. You're going to notice yourself not thinking a very positive way about yourself, and you're going to be able to catch yourself. You are so much more powerful than you could ever imagine. Your body is absolutely the most amazing thing ever created. The amount of energy that you have in your body is absolutely friggin' phenomenal. The amount of ability that you have to do whatever it is you want to do is all stored up inside. You have to just make a decision that you feel good about yourself enough to do and to make some changes. You just have to decide. So I think that's enough for now. I could talk about this stuff forever. Sometimes it takes me a few minutes to get warmed up and to get into the right flow of thoughts, because there's so much I want to share, but I don't want to overshare. So I hope that was something, I trust that is something that you will feel moved to do. And if you do, post a picture of your statement, because I bet you there's more than one person that's going to do it. And if you post your picture of your sticky note in the comments of this live, somebody else will too. And the more people that we have sharing that they're in the same page, it's pretty amazing. Mine right now is I am happy, healthy, and wealthy. And I am so grateful. It is done. It's just something different, and just to keep me charged up and ready to roll every single day. So post a picture of your sticky note, and I will say it with your name in there just to increase the vibe too. So anyways, I trust this served you well this Monday. Have a great rest of your week. And I'd love to see your comments and your sticky notes. Have a great one.